Welcome to my YouTube channel, you guys. Today we are reviewing the film. What is the film?
Robinhood,
Death
of Robin
Death of
Hood.
Robin Hood. Really good film. I really liked it. I think it was Hugh Jackman did a really great job. He is the best at whatever he does. I don't know what kind of person he is personally, but I think his acting and the kind of hard work that he puts into his character, you can see that, and you can definitely see in this film. You will be lost in the environment, the whole atmosphere of this film. This film is so well made. It's amazing how good the makeup is, the costume is, the accent, the set dressing,
The mess on
everything.
scene, like how they transition from one scene to another.
Yeah.
Like it was the whole choreography of it.
Yeah.
Because they use a lot of fog, they use a lot of natural ambience, natural light.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's natural light because you can see stars. I'm like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Like I thought this was digital, but it's actually real.
Yeah.
And I think it was film. It was actual film.
was film?
Yeah, yeah.
You sure?
I think it was film.
I'm pretty sure if it was film, they would have showed it in the IMAX. I don't think it's film.
I thought it
So
was
for you
film,
guys,
film.
if you guys don't know what we are talking about, film, what we mean to say in our cinema language is that there are cameras, there are digital cameras, and then there are traditional cameras. So traditional cameras have that old traditional film tape, is what it's
Celluloid.
called. Yeah, celluloid tape. So I don't know if you remember, Sinners is one of the movie that was made in celluloid tape. Oppenheimer was another film that was made in celluloid tape. So that's film. You get way more clarity despite being a traditional film method. You get way more clarity in that compared to the digital counterpart of it. So this film does feel like hell of a clear. So much dirt, grime, and gritty this film is. And it is an action film, but it has a lot of drama, a lot of depth to it.
Yeah, I didn't
And-
think it was gonna have that much depth.
Dude,
I
yeah.
thought it was gonna be like a story of Robin Hood. I didn't even know what the story of Robin Hood is till I seen this
Yeah.
story, this take on Robin Hood with Hugh Jackman. I mean, Hugh Jackman was like muscular. He kind of reminded me of Wolverine a little bit because he did have that like characteristic of a brutal, just bandit style fighter, like just brute force fighter.
Yeah, I feel like for Deadpool 3 or Deadpool 4, they should show another universe Wolverine who looks like Robin Hood, with all that bear skin and
The
everything.
Viking, yeah.
Viking Robin Hood, Viking Wolverine. Why not?
They'll probably show it. You never know.
Yeah, I mean, hey, this film. I don't think this film is that popular, but I feel that's the reason. That's the point. That's the downside of so much marketing and so much noise that happens. Good movies like this, they never come up. Like this, the film that we watched, the theater room that we watched this film is so much in the corner. There was like way past away from all the.
Yeah, I was in a small theater.
Yeah, very small theater. Like this film should have been in IMAX, is what I feel like. Like the ambience and the environment that they built was so good.
Yeah, for a Hugh Jackman movie, yeah. I thought it
For
was
Hugh Jackman movie, but I also feel like because it only had Hugh Jackman, it did not have any other well-known actor. They were all newcomers.
I thought the movie was pretty good. It had a lot to do with retaliation, generational death, generational retaliation, retribution.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives us a message of if you're gonna take a revenge, if someone hurt you, if you're gonna take a revenge, you're gonna have to keep on revenging, because those people who you took revenge from, they are gonna come back in one way or another. If they don't come back to hurt you again, their kids are gonna come back to hurt you. And the movie starts really strong on that message. You see Hugh Jackman, our Robin Hood, is just lying down, and there is a little girl who just comes to him asking for food. And he's like, okay, you want food, I can give you food. But then in the middle of the night, that girl tries to stab and kill Hugh Jackman. So Hugh Jackman has to kill that girl.
Naturally, has to kill that girl.
Naturally has to kill that girl, but that's very strong messaging that, initially I was like, are they killing everyone? They're killing the kids, they're killing the adults, they're killing everyone, you know. But basically what's happening in this world is that the father or the parents of who Robin Hood has killed, the kids of those parents come back to take revenge on
Yeah,
them.
but it wasn't on. It didn't start with Robin Hood. It started with his friend Little John, and how Robin Hood and Little John met.
Yeah.
Robin Hood was a little older than Little John. They kind of met on a bridge, and they started scuffling, and they became good friends. Along that line, Little John had some beef or some problems, and that problem manifested in his home, and ended up getting his wife killed. And when that retribution happened, because Little John killed the person that killed his wife, which was the father of two kids, right? They were like some royal kids. And that trauma caused retribution or revenge. So that's like a cycle of death or a cycle
Yeah.
of, it's like a downward spiral
Yeah.
of
Yeah, that's
just
what.
revenge.
Yeah, it's just
you know?
revenge, and what happens? It's like an
Yeah.
endless circle kind of a thing.
Yeah,
You
pretty
have to
much.
break it somewhere. You have to break the
Yeah.
revenge and be the bigger guy. I don't advocate that. I would say if you want to take revenge, take revenge. At the end of the day, you will be able to sleep peacefully. But don't like kill anybody. I don't advocate that. I'm saying like if someone messes you, you stand up for yourself. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's how retribution, that's how revenge happens.
Yeah, but
Like
don't
in-
try
in
to
the
take
movie
it to a
Robin
point
Hood,
where
in
you
the-
have to kill someone.
In the death of Robin Hood, he didn't kill anybody. He chopped the person's ear off,
Yeah.
and that was the guy in the mask. And then on the guy in the mask's deathbed, he's like, "Hey, I remember you. You're Robin Hood. You fucking chopped my ear off, and I'm in my deathbed now. I just want to say." He just want to say like he hates him, like. But there's no room for retaliation. There's no room for anger. So this man lived his life without anger, without the presence of Robin Hood, beyond the presence of Robin Hood. He took care of a prairie. He took care of the land and the families that were living amongst that prairie. I think he had some family there too, but then he ended up dying. But
Yeah, I mean, what he's trying to say is there is like a special place in this world where Robin Hood, after getting, stabbed and beaten up, he needs
Medical attention.
medical attention. So there is this one place that Robin Hood friends knows about. So he takes Robin Hood in a very bedridden state, takes him to this place which is like far away from all this war-ridden place, you know. So it's all far away from all this war-ridden place, and yeah, that's where the guy without the ear kind of is, kind of getting mended
Yeah.
too. So yeah, I mean that's what the film is. I'll be completely honest though. This is my take on the film, of about understanding the film, and coming from outside. I'm international. The accent in this film is so heavy that it was very tough for me to understand what they are saying. There is no subtitles in the theater, so it was very tough for me to understand what they are saying. And on top of that, this film is, for me, someone with ADHD, it's kind of slow for me. I was getting distracted and I had to keep asking Javier, like, so what's happening now? Who is this kid? Who's that kid? For some reason, they really like to throw arrows at people from the back of their head in front of their eyeballs. Like the arrow kind of goes from here and comes out from the eye. And they have 3 people get shot exactly like that. 3 different people. And I was like getting confused. So did that guy die? Did that kid die? Who's this kid? He did not die. And then there is another back of the arrow that happens. And I was like, why they really do like throwing arrows at people's head like that, right? So I was getting confused a lot with the film. I wasn't getting confused, but I was like very coming short to understanding what was happening. But that's also because for me, this film is a little bit slow, and I'm not saying the film is bad. It's just that I have this ADHD related disability that kind of makes it tough for me to stay focused on one thing. So that is where I was like lacking. but I don't think the film was bad in any ways. Like they did a lot of work, and the film is extremely good. Like the makeup, like Hugh Jackman's face, they show very close up on him, and you can see all the wrinkles. Hugh Jackman is like old, dying Robin Hood. He's old now, so you see all those, the wrinkles on an old guy's face. You see all that in close up, and I was like, damn, they did really good makeup. The cinematography of that one scene, there is this Viking king. He just shows up to kill Robin Hood. He's like giant too. He's as tall as Hugh Jackman, and he's like hella big and everything. And you can feel the thumping of his foot, the sword attacks that he was at, the presence. And then there was
You gotta
no
step
like
over here a little bit.
extra. There was no like extra VFX or anything. It was all real, man.
Yeah.
And then they had this this framing where the whole house is burning in the background, and these giants, are like fighting with each other. But they don't look like CGI giants or anything. I just want to say is like they're like 7 feet humans with bear skin and all that on, and they're just fighting to death. I love that. Another thing I really loved is the long takes. There is a long take in with this particular scene where they are like burning the houses, and they're trying to burn Hugh Jackman inside a house, and this guy is like trying to push the door, shut the door in, and Hugh Jackman tries to save himself by jutting a knife across the door into the guy's hand. That whole scene was like one long take. It was crazy. Like there were like so many stabbing scenes. There were so many like chopping scenes
Yeah.
in that whole long take. Obviously, that was CGI, but it felt so real. There's a scene where the guy hand kind of gets pierced through from the knife
through the door.
and then Hugh Jackman pulls his hand down, so then his hand kind of got ripped in half like that. And it was like crazy, but it was CGI, but it didn't look CGI at all. It felt really very real. And it was a long take, It's really hard to do CGI on long takes and without any cuts. So this was like really good on that as well.
Yeah, I thought this movie was pretty good. The analogies, the historical references, and philosophical analogies were pretty cool.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have understood it had they not referred to some of the philosophers that they stated in the movie and some of the historical meanings or references in the movie.
Yeah, same here. This film was shot. This film is trying to depict what the world is like in around 1200 AD. So yeah, there was some historical analogy, but
Yeah.
yeah, I wouldn't catch up on that. But I really liked how they showed the world how it is in 1200. It felt pretty real. Like everything was hella extremely good. There is one thing I will try to point out. Something negative that I felt was, a little drawback into the film. I have to say it. So what I think was Hugh Jackman, Robin Hood's friend, who gets killed. He had a daughter, and her daughter is brought onto this island of Maddox, and when she showed up in the island, she's like pretty much chill. She is injured, she's like tired, but she is not thinking like everyone is out to get her. But the very next day, she's like attacking people with knife. And I was like, if you wanted to show something like that, you probably should have brought her on this island completely unconscious, because they brought her in conscious. She was conscious. She was walking with assistance, but she was walking. If it was me as a director, I would have shown her looking around, people helping her, and she's like freaking out from those people.
Try to protect yourself.
Yeah, try to protect herself at that point too, but they didn't show that. And I felt like that was one drawback in that sense, where the character's behavior was not consistent. And another thing that was inconsistent, at least for me, I feel like despite having no ADHD, this thing completely was ununderstandable or indiscernible for me, which was there was another guy who showed up on this island who wanted to kill this little girl, Robin Hood's friend's daughter. He wanted to kill the little girl. Nowhere in the film they showed that this guy who wants to kill this little girl, who is on this island to take revenge, is affected by the daughter's father. Robin Hood's friend killed this guy's father or family. So they did not show that properly. And I feel like that's part of the story because we have to find that out through Robin Hood. And when Robin Hood finds that out too, we learn that this guy is here for revenge too. This boy, he's here for revenge, and he wants to take the revenge on the girl. So I feel like they would have made it a little bit more clear for me because that was the main part of the story. This story talks about revenge and what happens if you go for revenge.
Generational revenge.
Yeah, generational revenge. And I feel like this being the main core of the story, it should have be made more clear. I feel like it wasn't clear enough. What do you think?
I mean, you think it wasn't clear? I thought it was completely clear. I just have to pay attention to the movie.
Yeah.
And there's like a slow build, but overall, I thought the movie was great.
Yeah.
For what it was, A24 movie, and made somewhere out of the country or out into, what is this, Scotland?
I guess so.
Ireland or
Where
something
are
like
the
that?
Vikings from?
I don't
Ireland.
know. They're all over the place.
Vikings? They're
Yeah.
Irish. Redheads.
I thought it was like Norwegian or something, but anyways.
Okay.
Overall, I think the movie was pretty good. People knock it, but it's I would definitely give it a chance.
Yeah,
I mean,
no,
it's Hugh
definitely.
Jackman. He played a really good role.
Yeah.
You could definitely tell he had like that physique of Wolverine.
Yep,
But
definitely.
yeah,
Try to see it in an IMAX on a big screen. I don't think any theater would put this film on a big screen. But if there is a chance, try to see it on a big screen. The kind of work that they have put to build this world of 1200 AD in Ireland or Norwegian, it's pretty real. Looks pretty real. You will get engrossed into the story just from the scenery and the set dressing and everything. It's pretty good. I would recommend watching it on, if they don't have any big screens, watch it on your Apple iGear. What is it called? You get a big screen on that, so you can watch it on
I
that.
think it's like Apple VR or something.
Yeah, watch it in VR if you get that to watch that in a VR, because that will be a big screen. You will be engrossed into the film. So yeah, that's about it. Do you have anything else to say? No? Yeah, me neither. So thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you for if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe it, and please like and comment, and see you guys in the next video. And yeah, see ya. Bye.
Peace.
That was a really lame close.